Hi everyone, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. Today I just have a really short video for you, but I got something special coming up. And what I have, well, coming up means right now, what I have is this plant right here that needs a name. So in the orchid world, when you make a cross, a unique cross that no one else has made before between two different orchids, you're allowed to name that cross once you generate the seed and the plants and the flowers. And what I have here is an orchid that I got a few years ago from a local grower that hasn't been named yet. And so this came from a grower in Southwest Florida. It is a cross between Cattleyanthi Portia and Guaratonia Why Not. And both of the parents of this cross are pretty old. So the Portia was registered in 1927. The Why Not was registered in 1979. This plant, I'm not sure how long ago this plant was actually made, but I think this grower has been selling this plant for quite a few years. And I got this plant, it's bloomed for me in the past, and I was surprised and pleased that as I was looking through my collection yesterday, I saw on this plant that there are some more blooms coming out. Is it just here? There may be more, but so this plant, I was growing this in another area of my yard where it really might not have been getting the best care. And I moved it to my pergola, which is where it gets a little better care. The sun is a little better here. The air circulation is a little better here. And this plant is doing well. And as a result of it doing well, it's putting out flowers. Now the flowers on this plant, and I'll put a picture of one of them here, they're small and they're red, and they do actually look more like the Why Not than the Portia, but it's still a nice flower and it's still a nice plant. The plant itself is pretty vigorous. And as I said, I called the grower. The grower said that they had made this cross and made a number of divisions of this plant, and she said it was a nice plant, and she also said I could name it if I wanted to. Well, I didn't at the time, but now it's doing well. It's going to bloom for me again in a little while, and what I thought I would do is have a little fun with it. So what I want to do is ask you to name this plant and this flower. I've actually done this previously where I had an orchid that bloomed for me that was actually a Fred Clark hybrid, and I asked the viewers to name it, and what I did is I picked a name, and I got in trouble for doing that because I picked a name that I liked, that I thought was representative of the kind of flower that it was, and I apparently offended a few people, and I don't want to do that again. So what I'm going to do is ask you to send me one, each of you, if you want to. You don't have, you're not obligated to participate, but if you want to name this, you can send me one name per YouTube person. Send me one name. I will put them all together and pick them out of a hat, probably on another YouTube video, and decide what to name it. And then what I'll do is I can, because I know the background on this, and I've registered hybrids before, and I'll register this plant for the selected pick. And again, this is going to be completely random. And what you can do with this, you can select a name based on the flower, what it means to you. You can look at the parents. You can name it after yourself. You can name it after somebody in your family. Again, one name per submission, per person. Or you can also name it in memory of someone. So you call it Memoria, and then a name associated with that. So it's a fun thing to do. I've done it a lot. I actually have a list of names that I use for my orchids that's a combination of all the things that I just shared with you. So for me, at least. It's really, I like doing this. It's kind of fun. You can get a little creative with this. And I thought I would turn this into a fun YouTube exercise if you're interested. So that's all I have for you today. If you want to name this orchid, just put your suggested name in the comments. Again, one name per viewer. At some point down the road, I will pick one of the names out of a hat in another YouTube video and yay, register and name this orchid. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did and you want to keep on seeing them, it would help me out if you could click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. All right, once again, I hope you enjoyed it and happy propagating.